Hello, welcome back again. So when we finished the last episode, I was going to do a bit more on this station building, and what I've done is I just painted it very crudely with the this is the asphalt sort of stuff I had for the platforms, and that's literally just to give it a bit of a sort of stony concretey texture, if you like. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the whole thing white. And there we go, with the station now in place. You see I've just put a little drain pipe along there. There's another one up there. There's one around the other side as well. A bit around there, yeah, just on the corner there. And I put this sign up, that's just temporary. I'm going to do that a bit better, I think. But yeah, that's looking pretty good and pretty much how I was imagining it to look. And then of course we will have, I shall build some steps going down, like that. They would be that way. A set of steps there and a set of steps on that side, and then I'm thinking a canopy, and I've started to redo this waiting room because that was too wide, so that's a work in progress. So, coming along. So I've just lightened the platform colours just a little bit with just a bit of a airbrushing of some grey across the top, and then I've just put these white lines down the edges. There's a couple of little bits where it's crept under the masking tape, like there for example, but I'm sure we can touch that in. And it's also got that effect I was after, so it's not bright white, you know, there's bits like there where it's slightly faded out. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Right, something else to show you. I got this new little one here. So I got this off eBay for quite a good price because it's already got its DCC encoder installed. So let's whip this out the box and see what it does. So quite a nice little model. Maybe we'll get some people in there at some point. And I think the main purpose of this one is that he will do my little shuttle service down there and back. So I was just running it across my flappy section and noticed there's a bit of a problem. If you can see, there's a tiny bit there. I guess it's the what do you call it, the steps up to that cab, and it's hitting the hinge by, you know, a fraction of a millimetre. That's a pain. It's fine on the other side, so I might just have to nudge that what do you call them, hinge over. Right, so I've fixed that bit. As you see, it now goes across without any issue. So just starting on the stairs down, it's kind of putting it off because I thought this was going to be a right pain, and actually it was, to be fair, to make those steps, coming up with a decent way of making them. Haven't painted it properly yet or anything, or put the windows or anything in as yet, but I think that does indeed work. So all that is, take that lid off. So see, I still need to do some more painting inside, but I just scored. That's just a piece of thin card that I scored and laboriously folded into the stair shapes. But yeah, I think that is gonna work. This isn't actually stuck on yet, this lid, because I want to put lighting and an interior in the station, and we'll just fill in any little gaps there. But yeah, one more to go. Right, so coming along now with the steps. So they're nearly finished. Still need to touch up the inside of that one, and then put said roof on, and I'm going to put a joiny bit to go in there. And then what I've also got now, so there is the waiting room, and if I take this cover off, so you'll see inside I've put some benches. We've got a traveller's fair sort of cafe thing, and we'll stick some passengers in there, get it lit up. So that's that. So another thing I was keen to do with all this, obviously this is still going to be called Sandford Station, and with the town, I still wanted to incorporate some of the little quirks I had in reference to where the station name comes from, i.e. the film Hot Fuzz. So I was going to try and create as much little nods to that film as possible, one of which being a hotel named the Swan Hotel. So I set about scratch building that. So here's a reference picture of what it actually looks like. I cut all the basic shape and everything with my cry cut machine, and then just using some mixes of yellow, just dabbed it on with a sponge to give it that kind of mottled effect that the real thing has. And then to make the windows, although the cry cut is very good, I wanted them to be fairly sturdy and thick, so what I ended up doing was cutting lots of layers of thinner card and then gluing each layer together to form a thicker window. I think there was 4 layers in each one, like so. So there's all the windows now completed and the windows installed. I then moved on again using the cry cut, this time using plastic card. I cut out the letters. This was quite a painful job because I had to do several attempts to get them right, because I had quite a few failures where it didn't cut properly. And then it's time to do the roof, which again using the cry cut, cut lots of little strips, painted, weathered it, and so now then also put on that balcony you see there. That was just made by printing that very intricate detail on a sheet of transparency and then cutting it and sticking it on. And then with the nearly finished building in situ, I still need to do guttering and some more balconies and a sign to go over here, and very importantly a swan, which on the real thing sits around here, I do believe. But I put it into place and I had a slight panic because I thought, oh my god, it looks quite massive compared to those ones. The first floor didn't look too bad, and the second floor, and then as you get higher it seemed to be getting really quite large, and I was starting to think, oh no, have I screwed this up? But thankfully, looking back at Google Street View, it did confirm that this building is actually quite tall, so I think my proportions are there or thereabouts. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. I think that's going to look, well, it does look quite good. I don't know if that's where it's going to stay yet, we shall see. So another thing I've been trying to do is to respray some of my old coaches, like these two here. So these are two old Great Western coaches that I've just soaked in IPA. So let's take them out and see what it's done. So that's how they were. See, the IPA certainly gets rid of the creamy colour. Okay, another little project I've been working on recently is following watching a video on, what's the channel, Chadwick Model Railway, guy called Charlie there, and he explained how to breathe new life into a really old Loco, like this one, which I've had. I mean, this is probably, well, I had it when I was a little kid, so it must be old. But he went into detail with the aid of a kit that you can order off eBay for, it was only about 10-15 quid, and changed the motor, put a new motor in it, like so. So that's the old one, and then it's just got, I think this is actually designed for a CD player, this motor, but the kit comes with all the bits that you need to reassemble it, and then I've just crudely stuck a decoder in it. Right, the moment of truth. Let's see if it works. And it does. It's almost as though I tested this before filming. So there we go. Bring it back the other way. So that's on full speed, so I guess it's not going to smash any records for speed. But then I guess these didn't go super fast anyway. Right, let's get the cover back on, and I'll tidy those wires up and get the cover back on. There we go. Just a nice little addition. So, certainly not the most detailed Loco ever, but you know, 40 years old, and I thought this one, it might be a good chance to, or a good model to practice my Loco weathering skills on, so maybe we'll get around to that at some point. And it even pulls a few coaches, so there we go. So 15 quid, a bit of time and effort, and we have ourselves a new Loco for the layout, so what's not to like?